Alright folks, welcome back to another video. Much like the title says, electric stove, cheap pan, perfect steak, no problem. So let's spin you around the ingredients, show you what we have, and get after it. So very simple ingredients. Obviously for some potatoes we're going to make up a quick mash, some olive oil, sea salt, fresh coarse ground pepper, some half sticks of butter. Not sure why my wife did that to me, but we have 2 of those to make a full stick, and a certified Angus sirloin steak. Alright, so we got our potatoes peeled, water's on in the back there, so just cut these up, get them in, cut them a little smaller so they cook quicker, obviously. And we'll wait for that to cook up a little bit and season up our steak and get it on. So while we wait on that, little proper beverage management. Some hop flake white IPA, first one, I promise, from Sam Adams. Pretty good. And so tip number 1, meat out of the fridge. I do an hour, but at least 20 minutes I guess, to let it come up to room temperature. Again, I do an hour, a little longer, even better. So first thing we're going to do, season up our board. Get some sea salt on there, array of it, some pepper, roll our steak right onto that, press it down, flip it, same again on the other side. So I've rinsed my hands. A little bit more salt on that second side. Push it in and it's ready to go. Alright, so tip number 3, not sure you can see it, but that pan is just starting to smoke. It's a non-stick pan. And I'm not a scientist or a doctor or anything like that, but some people say it's bad for you. I don't worry about it. Today's day and age, everything's bad for you. You know, milk, eggs, everything that used to be good for you is somehow bad for you. So I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to that pan. Give it a good spin. I think you can see the smoke now. And then lay our steak in, laying it away from you. And you can hear that. That's exactly what you want. So that's a pretty thick cut of sirloin, probably an 1.25 inches thick or so. So pretty much almost a double cut. So we're going to have to treat that a bit different than a thinner steak as far as flipping it goes. But once you lay it in the pan like that, excuse me, another key, you just leave it alone. Don't even touch it. And you know, you want to prick it with a fork and check under it and do all that. Nope, just leave it be. And we're going to cook 3 to 5 minutes, probably closer to the 5-minute mark because it's a thick cut of steak on either side, and then there's a little extra there at the end that we'll get to. But again, just leave that thing be. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's starting to cook up through the bottom while we wait. And again, don't touch it. You practice a little proper beverage management while you wait. So it's been probably 4 minutes now, almost 5, and we're gonna just flip it now. Look at that caramelization on that. Perfect. Not burnt. Some of the fatty bits on the edge look a little bit burnt. So that's going to be phenomenal. So just toss it on this side. Move the oil around a little bit. And again, let it be. So after we go to flip it again, we can rest it right up on that fat end. You can see, I think right there, cooking through nicely, but again, it's pretty thick, so we got to give it a little extra. So just cook it there on that fatty edge for a bit. Back down. I think you can see that, maybe. So now, we'll add in some butter. Quarter of a stick. Let that melt down. And the oil will help keep that butter from burning. But as it melts down, we will go ahead and just baste the steak. Awesome buttery flavor. That oil again helps keep it nice and moist. We'll give it another minute on this side. Flip it, baste the other side for another minute, and we should be pretty good at that point. We're looking for a medium as far as the cooking goes. Alright, another flip. Get our spoon. A little basting on this side. And I think I forgot to add, we flipped it on the second side, and then before I stood it up, I took the heat out of the pan so it wasn't up on high anymore. Sorry about that. Basting. Again, so we'll give it another minute on this side. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit more. Alright, should be good. We're going to take it out on the plate. Turn that off. All that deliciousness left over in that pan. See all those bits that came off from the steak caramelized? That's a start or the makings of an awesome sauce you could use with your mashed potatoes and what have you. So we will let that steak rest probably 10 minutes. So we'll just cover it. And speaking of mash, we can go ahead and fix those up right now as well while that steak rests. So there's our potatoes. Add in that other quarter stick of butter. A little milk. Give that a good mash up. Perfect mash. Set those there. Put the cover back on. Alright, so we've been about 10 minutes. So don't tell me, Derek. Show me, alright? That out of the way. You can see all the juices coming out. And again, we're looking for close to medium. This may be more medium rare because it's so thick. That's why we did the couple extra flips there anyways. But just get rid of that. Got my partner in crime here with me, the real Sarge. So he's going to enjoy this with me. So I'll just do a couple cuts off of that. Oh man. Just to show you what that looks like. And that is pretty medium and juicy and succulent. Are you kidding me right now? So yeah, it's more medium than medium rare, which is exactly how I prefer my steak. And that was a thick cut too. So just pull that apart with my fingers. Wow. Sorry about this. That is amazing. So enough talking. Let's plate this up with our mash and see what we get. So I did add a quarter of that second stick of butter. Well, quarter of that second half a stick of butter, and added that. Very creamy, smooth, awesome mashed potatoes. So pretty good size dollop of that. Press it in just a touch. Add our perfectly cooked sirloin from an electric stove and a cheap pan. Awesome. I'll just a couple small cuts off to the side. Again, if you just have a look at that nice warm pink center, medium, perfect. Maybe one there in the middle. We will move these bits off. That's going to be for my pup. I'll cut those up for him. But like I said, that sauce in that pan, or the remnants of what we cooked in, could make a ridiculous sauce as well. But I'm just going to take those juices that were resting from the steak and just right over the top of the potatoes. Steak. And there is my finished dish. Perfectly cooked steak, electric stove, cheap pan, no problem. So I shall give it another go. That is so good. Some of that mash. You can see that. The juices. Come on now. Nice and creamy and smooth. Love mashed potatoes. Saj is sitting right over here waiting because he knows. Well, I'll spare you guys. I don't think I need to tell you how good that actually is, but you don't always need top of the line stuff. We're definitely going to switch out from the electric to a gas stove. That's just what the house came with when we bought it, but I prefer gas. But you don't need it, right? Cheap pan, electric stove, brilliant steak, awesome mashed potatoes, and very, very simple to do. So I'm going to go tuck into this. I appreciate you guys watching another video. All your comments and support as always, and I will catch you again soon. Take care. And as promised for the pup, a little bit of mash. Cut up the rest of that for him. It looks like he's ready to tear in himself. But again, as you can see, perfectly cooked. Awesome. Here you go, my boy. I think he likes it.